All right, let's think back for a second. School holidays, what comes to mind first? For me, it's maybe those long summer days, no alarms, maybe trips, or just, time off. It's a feeling we all kind of get, right?
Yeah.
That sense of a break. Well, today we're diving into something pretty interesting that's happening over in Kerala, India. They're actually debating their school holiday schedules. Traditionally, their big summer break is April and May. But there's this discussion, a real push to maybe shift it to June and July. And the main reason, well, it's monsoon season there, and it often disrupts school anyway. So what's the story here? We've been looking at our source material for this deep dive. It's an article called Kerala School Holidays, Summer is Best by Mujib AK. And this piece really argues strongly for keeping things as they are with the April-May break. Our job today is to unpack why. Why stick with the current system, even with those monsoon issues? Let's get into it.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? How a simple calendar thing opens up this whole complex picture. Mujib AK, the author, really lays out a solid case for the current system. And the first big piece is, well, it's the academic calendar.
Right. That makes sense. That's fundamental. So the current April-May holiday, it lines up pretty well with the national academic cycle across India.
Exactly. Think about the major boards, CBSE, ICSE. Their annual exams mostly finish up late March, maybe early April.
Okay.
So this timing, it creates a really smooth process. Students are off in May, and schools get that vital time to sort out exam marking, publish results.
Ah, I see. So if you move the holidays to June,
Then you'd delay results, wouldn't you? And that pushes back the start of the new academic year. It could, disrupt the whole rhythm.
and that affects the students too, presumably. Less time for them to switch gears for the next grade.
Precisely. That transition time, getting mentally ready for new classes, it gets squeezed.
Makes sense.
And the source also points out, if Kerala's calendar is too different from the national one, it might not always be helpful for students down the line. Thinking about things like college admissions, or if families move between states, a mismatch could cause problems.
Okay, so that's the academic side, but the article goes beyond that, right? It talks about the kids' growth and well-being.
Yes, definitely. And the weather in April and May is key here. It's generally clear, not monsoon season yet.
Right.
Which means it's pretty much the ideal time for kids to get involved in other things, extracurriculars.
Like what, specifically?
Well, outdoor games, school trips, maybe summer camps, learning new skills, music, dance, sports, things that often need good weather, or at least reliable weather. Now, contrast that with June and July. Heavy rain makes a lot of that outdoor stuff difficult, maybe impossible.
So if the holidays were then, kids might just be stuck inside.
That's the concern raised, yeah. Being cooped up indoors when it's supposed to be their main break. It could affect their, enjoyment, maybe even physical activity levels. It's not quite the recharge it's meant to be.
And I guess that ties into family time, too. That's a big part of holidays for many.
Absolutely. The current schedule gives families that solid block of time together, free from school pressures. And because it's the dry season, relatively speaking, it's when many families plan their trips, visits, big gatherings.
Okay, so travel is easier then.
Much easier than during the monsoon, generally. So shifting the holidays to the rainy season would likely disrupt a lot of those family plans, that chance for bonding. It touches the social fabric, not just education.
Now, there was another angle in the source that I found really unique. It talked about monsoon learning.
Yes, this is a really insightful point the author makes. So the monsoon usually starts in Kerala around early June. It's vital for agriculture, the environment, everything. The argument is when schools reopen on June 1st, right as the monsoon kicks off, after that April-May break, it's a direct, real-time learning opportunity.
So instead of seeing the rain just as a problem that closes schools.
Exactly. It becomes something they experience firsthand right when they're back in the classroom. This direct exposure, it's not just watching the rain. It can feed into lessons, projects about rain, about the local environment, why it's important, environmental studies, basically.
So it helps them connect with it differently.
Precisely. It frames the rain as, a crucial part of nature, something beneficial, not just an inconvenience or something to be slightly afraid of. It's a shift in perspective.
Okay, interesting. And finally, there are the practical points, health considerations, right?
Yes, and this is critical. The source is very clear. April and May need to be holidays for another big reason, the heat.
It gets really hot then.
Extremely intense heat in many parts. And the article flags the health risks. Conducting classes during that peak heat, you're looking at risks like dehydration, even sunstroke for children.
So it's just not safe, really.
That's the argument. It's a major health concern. And stepping back, the source suggests that messing with this established system, considering the heat and everything else, could really negatively impact Kerala's whole educational setup, its cultural rhythms too. It reinforces why the current April-May break is seen as, well, not just suitable, but necessary.
So wrapping this up then, it seems what looks like a simple scheduling issue, when to have the school holidays, is actually tied into this whole web of reasons. We've touched on the academic calendar alignment, helping kids develop creatively and personally, family time, the unique monsoon learning idea, and just basic health and safety with the heat.
It all connects. It really shows how these long-standing practices often maintain a kind of delicate balance. It's about tradition, yes, but also practicality and maybe benefits we don't always notice.
Yeah, it's definitely more than just avoiding rainy days.
It's about preserving a system that works on multiple levels, even if it faces challenges like the monsoon disruption sometimes.
So maybe that leaves us with a thought for you, the listener. When we look at something like a school calendar, something that seems straightforward, what other routines or traditions in our own lives or in our communities might be doing something similar? Protecting a balance of practical needs, culture, maybe overlooked benefits, all just waiting for a closer look, a deep dive.